All right, guys, welcome to another video from Mojo Returns. Basically, I'm creating this video because I tried to publish this Good Morning Britain piece, just a snippet of it, to my YouTube channel to talk about the not so Lady Campbell coming out to defend Prince Andrew. And when I published the video, immediately I received a copyright claim from the news organization that publishes this show, like immediately as soon as it was uploaded. So there is something in the YouTube algorithm that is actually allowing them to immediately strike this. And I published this to my Twitter feed. Um, so if you want to go see that, it's at Mojo Returns. And I've appealed this copyright claim, but to me, it was just amazing how quickly it was put on. And so I kind of wanted to go through this as a reaction video to see, if I do a reaction video, will it also hit the immediate copyright claim? Or since I'm introducing, new video, new sound, what have you, does that in fact make it where it is considered fair use? Which, to me, taking an excerpt from the news, I don't think it's necessary for me to actually have to get up here and talk about the excerpt for it to be fair use. They published it to the public domain. It's out there. It's on YouTube itself. This is a news show. They're talking about news. It's called Good Morning Britain. You know, so I don't understand. That's something I'm going to have to look into, is how is the news copywriting their news so that you can't publish it? And, there's been talk about how with the ABC reporter, how the Crown squashed the Epstein story for her. And here it is again. This particular piece is on Prince Andrew. And immediately, like I said, I published this video and boom, I get a copyright strike. So, how did that happen so fast? That's the thing that kind of boggles my mind. Um, it was just amazing how quickly the strike came up to where I just couldn't believe it, and just here is a picture of them hitting it. I mean, it was blocked um, immediately. All countries affected. If you go to try to watch the video, um, you can't. It just says it's blocked due to a copyright claim by our wonderful ITV people. And so I am disputing that. But yeah, I mean, that tripped me out because, and this is the segment that I recorded. It was just 6 minutes and 41 seconds of this particular video. And boom, as soon as it was published, the claim was on it. So talk about Epstein didn't kill himself, man. I mean, really, how do they get a claim on that quick on this particular media, right? On this particular topic, I guess is the right way to say it, where they just, as soon as it's published, just like, people are wondering, how did all the Epstein stuff happen? How did, all this stuff related to Prince Andrew and Epstein. So it's really bizarre to see that with all that going on, that YouTube would automatically have an algorithm that would, just mark this as copywritten. Like, that has to be in participation with YouTube. The copyright strike was instant. as soon as it was published, the copyright was there. So that is not just a publisher or a copyright contenter going through and filing a strike, as they come across the content. This is something that is built into the system. So the powers that be over there at Lady Gaga's house or Lady Campbell's house, whatever it is, they were able to get YouTube to essentially participate in I won't say censorship per se. This is kind of it's not exactly censorship in the sense that you can go view the entire clip of this on YouTube right now. It's just that they're restricting it to this particular show. So they're very tightly controlling the content to where it's not able to be as dispersed as it should be. And I'm not going to put any links to this because, these people are bastards for copyright striking and getting that integrated into the system. So just Google Good Morning Britain and a lady Colin Campbell, and you should be fine in terms of bringing it up. But I don't want to link to these bastards because of just that. And like I said, I'm going to be doing some investigation into how they're able to do this to begin with. I mean, this is news. They publish it to the public domain. It's published on YouTube. This is bringing in important public figures to discuss an issue surrounding public figures. This isn't, this is news. And so to be able to copyright strike the news is a form of censorship. It really is. It's not blatant to where they're like, oh, well, you can go get it from us, but it does restrict the ability for other content creators and other journalists and basically anybody else that is not part of the ITV corporation to be able to use this material to help educate the public. And if this is news, then they shouldn't be allowed to do that. So I definitely want to investigate into that and see what avenues I can pursue there as a result of that investigation. And I think any content creators who are running into this should look into this as well, because this really is restricting content creators' ability to work with a story while it's fresh, right? So if I'm going to get hit for trying to publish this content, then it makes it very difficult for me to strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. It makes it, they talk about the company has up to 30 days to respond to my copyright claim. So after 30 days, it's supposedly out of the news cycle, and then there's no guarantee that I get to use the footage then anyways. So to me, it is censorship in the sense that they are restricting the information and making it difficult for creators, journalists, what have you, to use this information to help bring awareness to the issue that's being discussed here, as well as the parties that are currently involved. Here we have Lady Colin Campbell, right, who is someone who has a lady designation, that is something that is bestowed to them by the crown, coming out and defending, Prince Andrew for taking a trip to Candy Mountain with Jeffrey Epstein. So I'm going to go ahead and start playing some of the video here, and I'm going to try to talk over it as best I can. This is new setup for me. This is the first time I'm got my own microphone, um, and it's a cheap USB one. It does have XLR capability, but I don't have anything for XLR XLR capability yet, so it's just a me. Um, so let's go ahead and start with this, and let's see if I can walk through this as a reaction video, and let's see if that changes the dynamics. And if it doesn't, then I can come back and at least I can publish this piece up to this point before I play the video, which just is me discussing the fact that I am disgusted by the fact that I got copyright stricken for trying to publish this 6 minute and 41 second segment. So if you are watching this video and this is where it ends, that's because I got another copyright strike, and I'll put in the description, if that's the case, the timestamps for where you can get this exact 6 minute and 41 seconds for yourself. And if not, then I will do my reaction video here and kind of do it in a comedic sense so that I can publish it under comedy and not news and politics, because they may play a factor, I don't know, but at this point, this is worth comedic ridicule for the copyright strike itself. So let's rock and roll with this. And again, if this is where the video ends, you know what happened. They copyright struck it again, and we'll just keep rocking and rolling from there. But thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for paying attention to this very important event in our country's history, where we are seeing a active form of censorship and of leveraging copyright claims as a means to restrict information from public consumption, important information from public consumption. So thanks for watching up to this point, and hopefully I won't get copyright stricken for this again, and you can see the whole video. Now again, I'm going to be talking smack during this because whatevs bevs. I don't get why they copyright struck it, but here we go.
What is this medical condition?
Well, it's an extraordinary claim because there's only three things really that can cause this condition called
pedophilia
anhidrosis or hypohidrosis.
My bad.
Firstly,
I thought it was pedophilia.
Congenital, which it clearly isn't in this case.
Did you say genitals?
Secondly, it can be a prelude to something like heat stroke.
Stroking it.
Empty of body fluid, you can't
Hot
sweat.
talk.
Clearly, it isn't the case here. And there's a third explanation, which is
pedophilia.
That's simply he had an injury or some kind of serious
condition. Not pedophilia.
His whole body.
That is a serious condition.
Isn't the case.
So are you sure?
Adrenaline thing in the it doesn't make sense.
Pedophilia looks like the case to me.
Mediated by acetylcholine. And
sounds like you're rather skeptical.
I don't know what he was doing with those young girls' colons, but
not being able to sweat is a medical condition.
It's very, very rare indeed. I've never seen a case.
It's called psychopathy.
The problem is,
She have a case of psychopathy.
which I thought was a complete horror story for him in terms of PR. He lies about the little things repeatedly. He says, "I never go out socially."
I can't believe this guy still has work, man.
Appear online of him coming out of nightclubs just in a shirt top, open neck. He says, "I never sweat, at all." Loads of pictures of him looking sweaty coming out of nightclubs. He says, "I don't hug people."
Why is that picture blurred?
Immediately, him hugging women all over the place, right, in public. So on those three little
What
things,
is that
which are
about?
not that consequential in the scheme of things, he's just brazenly lying. Why should we believe him on the bigger stuff?
Well, I beg to differ. I do not think he's lying. In the picture of him coming out of China White, if you look at the not uncropped picture, everybody else is
I couldn't. It was blurred.
So
What are you talking about?
The flash that has created
Where's
that.
the
The
jacket
flash
inside?
of pedophilia?
I think what he was trying to say was that he doesn't usually.
I
Obviously,
don't
he
usually
pictures-
pedophile,
and
but
of
when
course,
I
most of
do.
the pictures that have been published are of him in the south of France. Nobody wears a jacket in France.
Nobody wears a condom in the south of France.
And if you look at the pictures that have been taken in the south of France, they
What is
are
the age of
girls
consent in in south of
and their
France?
comes
I think it was like 14, isn't that the reason Roman Polanski went over there? So why is she bringing up the south of France?
That this could be a possibility. That
Oh,
he
my
wasn't sweating.
goodness.
That's the end of the story, isn't it? Doesn't matter whether
My
he
pretty
was gender
pony,
or
rainbow
was it
princess.
sweating?
Jesus
So he's
Christ.
got experience in
Well, aren't you looking like a little 31 flavors, my dear?
An awful lot of doctors with an awful lot of
That's
feelings.
very rude.
Angela, I mean,
To say that.
Angela, when you watch the...
What is that?
What was your conclusion?
The optics are just too much.
Got the newspaper and put it over my eyes because I was so appalled by
Because
it.
I was
couldn't
60
believe
years
it.
old and I couldn't believe I still had to dress like a
How he said one thing
teenager.
and
I just
contradicted
couldn't
himself,
believe
how
it.
patronising he was, how
It's
he
just
was full of praise for
unbelievable.
himself. I'm more than honourable.
I'm
I'm
too
so
honourable.
Too honourable.
Yeah, but you see,
So even Lady Campbell,
because at the heart of
she's
it-
like, God, no.
I'm laughing.
No, I know that.
Yes, you are.
What I'm saying is, what
Quit
really
lying.
upset me
You're
about
totally
this,
laughing at
you
that.
could argue
How
before
unbelievable
Jeffrey
his
Epstein
honor
conviction,
is.
You could say, as many people have over the years, I didn't know what this person was like, you know. But you
That's
can't
right.
argue it
You
after
can
you've
say, I
actually
didn't
done
know
it.
that they were 14.
You all seem to have forgotten that Jeffrey Epstein,
Uh-oh.
his
Here we go.
offense with which he was charged and for which
There
he was
we
imprisoned
go.
was soliciting prostitution from minors.
Really?
Not the same thing as pedophilia.
That's right.
Soliciting
What do you call it?
Prostitution.
Right.
If you solicited a
These weren't
14-year-old
children.
child,
They
you're
were
a big-
4 years older
The fact of the matter
than a child. Doesn't matter after 4 years, darling. It's the south of France. Nobody wears a condom in the south of France, dearie.
14-year-old girl for sex,
Was he
prostitution.
14?
Yes,
Well,
14.
but I'm not justifying Jeffrey
that's paedophilia.
Epstein. I'm not justifying No, pedophilia, I suspect. There's a difference between a minor and a
You
child.
suspect? Well, why wouldn't you know?
A minor is a child.
Didn't you know?
Don't
Don't you know? Can,
Legally, she was
what is the point? I thought pedophilia was the point. I thought that is the point. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, my little rainbow princess?
a friend of his. He's been gallivanting
Pedophilia is the
women
point.
everywhere and all these properties. Once he knows this guy was listing 14-year-old
Really?
girls
What does she
for
mean
sex
by that?
as prostitutes, right? Once he's done
What is
that,
the point?
You then go back to New York to stay at his house for 4
That doesn't make
days.
any sense. What do you? Why is she trying to get him off? What is the point? What is her point? If it's not pedophilia, that is bizarre.
It can't be true. Who
Tell me, my little sugar pony.
to tell him, I don't want to be your friend anymore?
Well, I
Tell me,
recall that you're sufficiently
my little over-the-hill rainbow princess pony.
do not dump other people
Princess
except in
Diana
person.
did.
Right, so you get,
Prince
I
Charles
said
does.
civilized.
But Lady Diana
just-
went
Oh,
to
snap.
France
That's right.
and said,
Civilized. That's look. The first sign of civilized is banging children.
He's not 26.
It's been years since I've buggered a boy, and in my own defense, I must confess, I thought him a woman the moment of entry. That's from Rob Roy, everybody. Great movie. Check it out. Talks about these English civilized people. So civilized.
I think the whole thing was ill-advised. I certainly don't
Yeah.
think he should have
I think it was ill-advised to bang some children. That's
I think
right.
he shouldn't have given this
That's right.
I think
From the camera.
he's made many
Keep your
mistakes.
distance from the camera. She doesn't mean from the children.
Criticize someone because they're just not as bright as you.
Oh, that's right, you idiot boy.
Angela, Angela, my conclusion
Just
was
not
this.
as bright.
I don't know for sure if Andrew's guilty of what he's alleged to have done with a
Absolutely. None of
17-year-old
us
girl,
do.
right? But I'm not sure we're ever going to find out.
Especially with these copyright claims, how can we find out? So
That's the only way to close this down.
that's the clip, right? That was the clip that got me copyright struck. I have no idea why, but we're going to go ahead and upload it and see what happens here. So thanks for watching, guys. I honestly
What is this medical condition?
can't believe that they copy struck the video. Like I said, it happened instantaneously, so it's part of the algorithm. It's not something that they reviewed and then they were like, okay, happened days down the road, and they were like, okay, we'll file a copyright claim for monetization or something, but you can use it because it's fair use. No, they blocked the ability to play the clip, period. So you can't even view the post. And that's what's so weird about this. And again, this is a clip that I made from the show. You can Google the show. Good Morning Britain, Lady Colin Campbell, and see the full thing. And like I said, if this gets cut, I'll point to the timestamps so that you can go in there and check it out for yourself. But I think it's very important to get this out because, I mean, this is news, and there should not be any reason for the news to be filing copyright claims on public displayed information. I mean, that's the strangest thing about it. So this looks to me like this is something new that they're trying. And I think it's important for not only the community, but the world at large to push back against this, because this kind of censorship is extremely dangerous. It's the subtle kind of censorship. It's like, well, we're not technically censoring. You can go view it. You can go view our information and sit through our boring intro that lasts 10 minutes of the however long the segment is before you get to this discussion, if you can put up with it. But I mean, that's it. It's that they are doing a very light censorship to where it's like, well, you have to come to us if you know to come to us. And so if we are not allowed to publish news, right, to sit there and show news for what it is, then how is the public supposed to become informed on this? So it's a really interesting time we're living in. Thank you for watching this. Please like and subscribe. Trying to get my channel going so I can bring you more great content like this. And I think it's very important, more now than ever, to work with the creator community and promote creators like myself and others that are out there who are really trying to get this message out regarding not only the kind of censorship and cancel culture that is going on in America today, but the fact that we are living in kind of a yellow journalist time where basically these organizations are just creating candy content. The best way I've heard it described is trauma porn. And so in the 2000s, it was infotainment. And now here we are post 2016, and we have now entered the realm of trauma porn. So our culture is potentially on a downward spiral. At least it is as it relates to the information we're receiving. So very important to try to get this content out and to promote your creators. So thanks again for watching, and this is at Mojo Returns, and you can follow me on Twitter at Mojo Returns, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.